first emergency stitches? No, I've had stitches like
Come out of surgery.
15 times.
Yeah, had my Achilles repaired, so I come out of surgery with stitches. My hernia once. Yeah, I blew it in 2005. The recovery was hard. Okay, Lisa, you're good? All right, everybody, thank you for your patience. We had a budget work session previously, and now we're here. So entertain a motion. Welcome to our Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 South Ogden City Council meeting. Entertain a motion that we officially begin.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we'll start with a moment of silence. Please join us in that, after which Councilmember Stevens will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. A moment of silence, please. Thank you.
All rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We're excited. We're going to introduce a couple new employees. We have two new full-time firefighters. Full-time? One of each? Both full-time, right? Full-time. So we'd invite Chief West and Deputy Chief Story to introduce our new crew.
Thank you, Mayor. Thanks, Council. This is Sefran Kiavle and Julie Williamson. They both came to us after our testing process that we had about a month ago. They both started on Monday, and they're working through their orientation this week. They've been here 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days so far, and they'll be here till Friday night and trying to get all their skills complete, working with each crew every day to kind of get the lay of the land and stuff. They both come with us with a little bit of experience. Julie's originally from Virginia. She moved here and has been living down south and just moved up here to start work with us. And Sefran lives in Roy out there, and so he's really close as well. But they're both really good. They're asking a lot of questions. We're excited that they accepted our offer of employment, and we'll get them all trained up and get them on the street for you guys. So.
Okay. Welcome, South Ogden. Appreciate you being here. Do we need a picture?
Yes, please.
Maybe things come in small packages.
You guys dressed up? Come on.
Right?
Come on.
We'll just do it back here if you don't have there.
Things come in small.
You have to stand next to me, that makes you look way smaller.
Tallest guy.
Is that our first?
We have a part-time. She's full-time for a long time. Okay, thank you. Appreciate all our fire department does. Next, we have a quick presentation to acknowledge service of two of our planning commission members, John Bradley and Nick Mills. Nick isn't able to make it tonight, but would invite John to come up. Got a little something for John Bradley. He used to serve on the city council, and then he went to the planning commission, and so present him with this recognition of 10 years on the planning commission. You've served well.
Thank you.
You will be missed. You gotta smile at me for a bit. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I thought firefighters were supposed to have a cool mustache, and only one of them does.
Not one of them. The rest of them did, though.
I got cool trucks. Oh, Pat, come get this. Do you want to transport it in? He might drop it.
Yeah. Can you be responsible for him for a little
Thank you. That's cool. I thought it was a birthday present someone left on my desk, but it's John's. All right, it's time for public comment. Invite anybody to come and address the mayor and council and staff with your questions, concerns, suggestions, or praise. I'll give you 3 minutes for that. Anybody want to come and address the council? Yeah, please. Just give us your name and tell us what's on your mind here.
My name is Kathy Palmer. I've been a resident of South Ogden for 70 years, and I have a complaint, I guess.
Oh, yes, right to the microphone. Thank
I
you.
have a complaint about the neighborhood that I live in, on the corner where I live on 1400 and 5800 South and 1400 East. There's a corner there, and our neighbor likes to park his truck and trailer and maybe an extra car there, but he pulls up so far that it's a blind curve for me trying to go either around the corner or straight into my driveway. I was wondering if it could be evaluated, that maybe some of that be painted red so that it's not a blind spot. There's kids in the neighborhood, so if there's a truck there, you can't see as you're going around. That's my first one.
Absolutely. Can we repeat that intersection again?
It's at 5800 South, 1400 East.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send people
It's
out.
on the inside corner as you turn the corner. And my second one
Yeah.
is, on the corner, on the intersection of where Highway 89 and Harrison Boulevard meet, we have a South Ogden sign that has been there for 20 years probably. I was wondering about the possibilities of putting a flagpole with an American flag on there. If you enter South Ogden, you don't see one until you get way into town or on people's backyards. And I just think it would be a very welcoming thing as they enter the community, as have you seen in Uinta, or as you drive up Morgan or Peterson or all that around there. North Ogden has them, and I was just liking to make that suggestion. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Kathy, going to teach a class on how public comment should be.
Amen.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Thank you. We'll look into that intersection next week and talk about the flagpole. All right, down to item 6 there, the consent agenda. It's the approval of our July 15th and our August 5th city council minutes. Any corrections, additions, changes to the minutes? Lisa?
So moved.
Oh, hold on.
So since I put them in the packet, I noticed that on August 5th, I did not include Mr. Ungeverden in as staff present, so we need to add him
Okay.
in there.
Anything else on that? Did you find anything? Okay, then entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda with the addition of Peter being here as
So moved.
staff.
Second.
Motion second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, excellent. All right, our first discussion action item is consideration of Resolution 25-25, adopting our fiscal year 2025-26 budget, including a proposed increase in South Ogden's portion of property taxes. Mr. Angeward.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Appreciate all of the thought and discussion that's gone into the back and forth with developing this budget. And really appreciate the council's patience with me. This is my first go-round in kind of doing it by myself. But really, I just wanted to say that a lot of thought has gone into this budget. It's a general fund total budget of $19,949,000. And I can tell from the council that they're very cognizant of any burden placed upon city residents when considering this budget. And it includes the certified tax rate of .002578 for property, as well as many different capital projects that are in need of our attention. Staff definitely tries to think critically about these things so that we can, as a city, make evidence-based decisions. And just had one item that hopefully we can integrate into the motion. There's one revenue item in account 5130-875. It's budgeted at $10,000 for transfers from storm drain, and that should read $8,500 from storm drain. So essentially, it just needs to match the amount coming out of the storm drain fund, so we're just balancing those two transfers. So grateful for all the discussions that we've had regarding the budget, and I know we'll have more throughout the year. And so excited to present the FY 2026 fiscal year budget for the city of South Ogden and recommend it for your consideration and passage.
Other questions or additions you've thought of since our other meeting ended 20 minutes ago? Okay. All right, then I would entertain a motion that we approve Resolution 25-25, changing item 513875 from 10,000 to 8,500.
So moved.
Second.
Do we need to add the certified tax rate in that, or is it already in that? Let's put it in.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's start over. So I entertain a motion that we approve Resolution 25-25, changing 513875 from 10,000 to 8,500, and also establishing the certified tax rate at .002578. Thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Mayor, I'm wondering if for the sake of compliance with our donations line item, we discussed it in the work session, but I guess just to be safe and full transparency, there's 3 budgeted donations in the current budget. $3,600 to the Bonneville Communities That Care, $1,000 for the Bonneville High graduation, and I should have had it in front of me, $9,858 to the YCC as a one-time donation that was included in last fiscal year's budget, but was not paid out. And so we've rolled that over into this year's budget for that one-time payment to the YCC. I think, just wanted to add that for the record. I should have done it earlier. I apologize.
Put that in my motion.
You don't need to put it in the motion because
Okay.
it's in the budget.
That's
but
what I
I just
thought.
wanted to be on
Okay.
the record to be sure we talked about those donations.
Just Mr.
State law compliant. Thank
Dixon
you.
bringing it up, and I'll put it in the minutes,
Okay.
and that's good enough.
Thank you. All right, motion is second. Any further discussion? Okay, this is a roll call vote. Councilmember Stewart.
Yes.
Councilmember Howard.
Yes.
Councilmember Smythe.
Yes.
Councilmember Stevens.
Yes.
Councilmember Howe.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter, for all your hard work on that. Next is consideration of Resolution 25-26, adopting the Weber County, Utah Pre-Disaster Mitigation Plan 2024. Chief West, please.
That is not a typo. It is 2024. It took that long for FEMA to approve it. John helped me a lot on this as it relates to South Ogden City, but this is a county plan, and it's required by FEMA. In the event we have another disaster, we can recoup some of those funds. We also have some areas of mitigation, pre-disaster mitigation that we've identified that we can start working on, and hopefully we can get some grants with this plan. So actually, all we're approving now is that we support this, and then it goes back to FEMA, and then we'll have to adopt it after it's formalized. So that's all we're looking for now is your approval that you support it, and then we'll kick it back to them, and we'll have hopefully before 2026, we'll have it back, but who knows?
Okay. Any questions on that? Thanks, Chief, for work on that. I entertain a motion that we approve Resolution 25-26.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Councilmember Howe?
Yes.
Councilmember Stevens?
Yes.
Councilmember Smythe?
Yes.
Councilmember Howard?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Thank you. Item C, consideration of Resolution 25-27, approving agreement with Stryker for preventative service on fire department medical equipment. Deputy Fire Chief Story, please.
Thank you, sir. We're just taking turns on all these. So this is, real quick, this is just an agreement with Stryker Medical, who we purchase our gurneys, our auto loads, our Lucas, our life packs, our heart monitors and things from. They provide annual maintenance agreements that we need to kind of renew and get in place for a couple of items that have been expired. What this contract will do is put us on a 3-year term with them with a payment annually. By doing the 3-year contract, it gives us a 15% discount, kind of per line item, and locks us into the pricing for that 3-year period. These contracts have gone up in price quite a bit, working with this company for about 7 or 8 years now. The price does kind of go up and up each year, and so locking it in for 3 years I think will be beneficial for us. This provides maintenance. They do a yearly annual maintenance on the products. They come, they travel, it pays for the parts, their time, and everything, and we're getting into the realms of the gurneys and things for these trucks, costing just under $50,000 at this point, so they're quite expensive to fix if something does go wrong. So for your consideration with this, I'd ask that you guys consider approving it, and it'll put us in a good spot to get some maintenance done on some needed items that have needed it for a little while and kind of get it going. So if you have any questions or anything on it at all.
Yeah, please,
Chief,
Councilmember Howe.
real quick on this. So when they come out and do that, you said it's their time and labor and all that and
Yep.
parts. Do they give us a report and then request more parts, or?
So typically we'll call them, we'll schedule an annual maintenance. They'll come up, they'll do an inspection and service and lubrications and computer updates and firmwares and things on those products. If there is something wrong, they will tell us what's wrong, and based on the contract being in place, they will fix it. They'll bring the parts in or order them if they need to. This does include, I believe, batteries as well. If the batteries are over 5 years of age, they just replace them with these contracts and stuff. There has been a couple things within the last year or two that we've had to have fixed that have been some pretty good chunks of money if we didn't have the contracts, but typically if they do the maintenance and the prevention on them, they'll just keep things going and running smooth.
So it's generally not a preventative maintenance plus, it's just preventative maintenance and they fix whatever they find.
So if we have something break on top of the preventative maintenance, they will fix that as well. It's not just on the annual maintenance. It's covered for the 3 years, a year at a time. If a wheel falls off after, a month after the maintenance plan, they'll come fix it. It's not just the maintenance, no, but it provides an annual maintenance for it.
Cool,
So,
thanks.
Yep.
It's more like an insurance
Yeah,
aspect
kind of a
it.
full coverage, everything if we do damage. or
Extended warranty.
Whatever happens, yeah. And we have a product right now that is waiting for them to come back. They're scheduled to come back and fix something right now, and it's covered, so.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for your work on that. Entertained motion, we approve Resolution 25-27.
So move.
Second.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion? Two roll call. Councilmember Stevens?
Yes.
Councilmember Smythe?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Howard?
Yes.
Councilmember Howe?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Next, reports and direction of the city manager from our council members. Councilmember Howe, I'll let you begin today.
Yeah, just, first of all, I wanted to thank our safety employees, police and fire that are continuing to support the efforts, especially with the loss of our officers up in Tremont. And thanks for being out there in the freeway and showing your support. I would like to make a comment towards the flagpole idea at the entrance to our city, that south entrance. We've talked about that before. I think we ought to look into electric signage. And then if we did that, electric signage, and we're able to both market the city and improve the visibility there, but then we'd run power out there and we could run a flagpole and have it lit up the way it should be and everything else. So, yeah, I think we ought to look into that. So, other than that, that's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Councilmember Howard?
I too would like to, remind people to thank our first responders, especially right now, for everything that they do, the sacrifices they make for the city, for, the sacrifices that are caused to their families, but just keep them in your thoughts, keep them in your prayers. It's a hard time right now. I had the opportunity to attend the Truth and Taxation for Weber County School District. And I'm not going to talk a whole lot about that, but as I was sitting there, there was, I think I was number 53 on the comments. Quite a long list. And with each person, I I changed what I was going to say. Every person that got up, I thought, nope, okay, I'm going to say something different. And I should have just wrote it down, and then I wouldn't have changed what I was going to say. But my point is, it was hard to sit there and have people say that the schools aren't doing anything for our families, for our kids, and that we are raising a weaker, less intelligent generation, that there's no opportunities, and that you can't, our kids aren't even going to be able to buy a home in the state of Utah. And I sat there and I kept thinking, well, if that's what we as parents are telling everybody, and we're telling our families, that's exactly what's going to happen. And it was hard, because I have 4 kids, 2 have graduated, and 2 that are still currently in high school, and they've had more opportunity than I ever had. They're smarter than I will ever be, and that's not saying much, and they're stronger than I ever thought I was. And I have the opportunity with my career right now that I get to help people in lots of different areas. And I've seen kids, and I call them kids because they're 21 years old working as an auto mechanic, that say, I want a house, and they've gone and bought a house. And I think we need to be telling our kids that you can do this. You can be better. You can be smarter. You have more opportunity. And to listen to 50 plus comments say the exact opposite made me sad. So let's try better as a community, as a city. I always feel so fortunate to live in South Ogden, and I've loved growing up here, and I wouldn't change it for anything. But I think we need to tell our kids that they can do this. They can make it, because they can. The opportunities are there. So that was all. Sorry.
Thanks, man. I appreciate your passion. Councilmember Stewart.
Thanks. Just a thanks as well to everyone who serves, the police and fire and everyone else as well that serves and contributes and makes it a better place for us all to be. I had a couple of items that I need information from Matt on. I'd like information. How soon are we looking at 40th Street being done? 40th or Chimes, sorry, I don't keep them straight. They're both 40th to me. Yep. Yeah, thanks. And then I wondered if you could give just kind of a update. It doesn't have to be tonight, but it could even be an email. Just on, we've got multiple commercial development sites that are, some of them moving, some of them not moving. And I just wonder if we could get an update on where they're at, if they've stalled, if they're going forward. Thank you. Yeah, I could tell you a couple. There's one up on Harrison, 2 up on Harrison on opposite sides of the road. There's one on Washington. There's the one on the corner up here on 40th. So we have a few that.
I'll get some updated information.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Smythe.
Well, I'm just going to echo what everyone said about the first responders. I've been one that has just thought that we have one of the best police departments and fire departments, maintenance departments that I've seen anywhere. And looking at the research across the nation, we're right up there on number 1, I think. But, that's my personal opinion.
Second.
And Do I dare say happy birthday?
It's okay.
Just wishing the mayor happy birthday today.
No
It's
better
on-
place to be than right here with you all.
And here he's working on his birthday. He should be celebrating somewhere, right? That's it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
dear. Thanks a lot. Councilmember Stevens.
Thanks, Mayor. He's retired from school too, so that's a plus for him.
This is all I've done today.
I also would like to echo to our first responders, both police and fire, that tragedy that happened in Tremont, but also the fire that was in North Ogden. I have a daughter that lives out there that was in about the same area, and the response from our first responders out there was just overwhelming, and I appreciate that. I came down to pay my utility bill, and I looked up on the flag. It was the morning of that the officers were coming back to Tremont, and I noticed that our flag was at half-mast, and I thought that was a great suggestion and reverence from our police and first responders, and even from our staff here at our offices here. I went around and went past Ogden, and they didn't have their flag at half-staff, so I appreciate that. I echo what Councilman Howe has suggested, and I appreciate the suggestion of having a flag being posted up by that sign that says South Ogden. But I also like the idea of having it lit up and also having an electrical sign on that. I think that's a benefit to us, and if we could do that, I think that would be a plus for us. I had a call from a resident that says she has a raccoon problem, and I talked to Mr. Dixon about that, and there's not much the city can do about that, but it is becoming an increasing problem for our residents here. I've noticed that on 89, just as you approach Crestwood, that there are some orange markers, and I have never understood why those are out there, but there they are for that. I don't know if there's a project going on or what they have. I also went and looked at our parks, and in our budget, we are allocating funds to look at our parks and do some of the maintenance that needs to be done. Those are enjoyed by all our residents of South Ogden, and it's something that we all enjoy, and it adds amenity and flavor and to our city. So it is beneficial that we have our parks. But I was astonished at those who had stayed there at the nature park, the condition that they left at. You know, we like to have nice parks, and we like to have a nice facility, but also it's our citizens that need to take care of that also. And I was appalled at that, and I will encourage our council to look at a park policy because we are getting more and more use of our parks, and so it would be beneficial to us to have that. Now, this evening we went through and did a budget. That is one of the most important aspects of the city council, is to make sure that we have a budget to operate the services here in South Ogden. So it is very important that, and number one, that we go ahead and have a budget, but also that the budget needs to be balanced. The state needs to have a balanced budget, the county needs to have a balanced budget, then federal budget does not need to be balanced, and I don't know why, but they don't. But that's the important aspect. And if you go through our budget of this year, there are several areas that I think we zeroed in on. Number one, service to our citizens. we wanted to make sure that we have the necessary service to our residents and also provide the necessary equipment to our staff and employees. So service is the one. The other one is, it goes along with that, is that our budget earmarks the importance that we pay to our employees and our staff. They're the ones that really assist us and the residents here in South Ogden. So service and our employees and staffs are earmarked in this budget here, which I think is very beneficial. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Dixon.
Thank you, Mayor. A lot of great things to follow up on. I'll get that information gathered and get some information out on 40th Street and the commercial developments. Mayor, happy birthday. Would like to just express appreciation to Peter. He's spent a lot of hours working really hard to become familiar with our budget, because he's new to the organization, and being his first year of trying to pull all this together. Just want to recognize that, yeah, tremendous efforts. I wasn't able to be as much a help as I wished I could have been, because our prior finance director had been here for so many years. He really just ran with it. So I appreciate and want to recognize him. We did send out an RFP for the small area plan for the city center project. We're excited to see that moving forward. The Bonneville Communities That Care 5K and half marathon is this Saturday. Information's on the city's website for anyone who'd like to participate. And if any of you would like to volunteer, I know some of you do every year, but if you haven't before and would like to, I'm sure they'd be happy to have more volunteers come and support. Excited to announce that the first 4 monuments, phase 1 of the Heritage Trail, have been placed, and they're at Friendship Park. And we have 4 more, which will represent phase 2 on order. So exciting to see that finally taking place. And it is time for a committee meeting to kind of pick that back up. And we now have time to work on the phase 2 monument language and have those discussions. Just to end, we've been dealing with the budget for so many months. You know, South Ogden City is comparatively, we're a small city. But when you consider a general fund budget of right around 20 million, plus our enterprise funds of add maybe another 10 million to that, that's $30 million of monies coming into the organization and then going back out through all of the departments and all of the service areas that we do as a city. And so just thanks to you as a council. This is not easy work for you. You have to prioritize. On behalf of the staff, thank you for your continued support and desire to maintain competitive salaries and wages in tough employment times. And thanks to our department heads for all their work on presenting good, thoughtful budget requests based on true needs. I can say I've reviewed every line item of this budget, and I don't see one place where there is any kind of inflation or just a plug number, right? These departments really know what it costs to run their departments, and have always, since I've been here, done a really good job of making sure they only request what they need to be sure that they get the job done. And their amazing employees could not do their work without your continued support to allocate money for equipment and the things that our people need to do their job and provide the services they provide. So let's all take a deep breath and say, yes, we got the budget passed. Now we got to go implement the budget, and now Peter gets to jump right into the audit. So no rest for the weary, but hopefully he can take a few days and just get away from the budget.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Going last is great, but everybody takes most of my stuff. But no, I really appreciate all the department heads and all the departments, what they're doing, and parks are looking good, and police and fire, all their hard work, and public works. And Danielle, she had a city booth at the county fair. We represented the city. South Ogden had a booth there with some of our paintings of South Ogden and some of our business focus. That was great. Shakespeare in the Park, the last one was Tuesday. It was very well attended. That's a cool addition to our summer events. So thank you, Danielle, for getting those things done. You did mention the race, and I'll see if you finish the race. I'll give you a medal. It's my favorite job. We have 5 or 6 applications for our youth city council. We could still use some more. So if you know some kids in 9th, 10th, 11th grade, that would be a good addition to that. Encourage them to apply. As many as we can. I mean, we can always use some more. We don't want 50, but 10 would be great. And school's in session started today, so careful in crosswalks, school zones. We got the new crossing here up on Madison. Hopefully we'll get the light in soon. So be vigilant as you're out and about, and thank you to our crossing guards as well. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thanks for a short meeting, so I can go home and have my birthday dinner. So, entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I'll move.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Crumble cookies.
I wasn't going to eat the whole thing, and I did, so I'm having milk.
I haven't.
It's good, I'll tell you. So, 2 barbecue places opened recently.
Yeah, the
Black Sabbath, and where Steve is an amazing